Cool. Well, welcome everybody. Hope you guys had a good week. Got to make sure the hair's looking good. All our cosplay stuff. Tara's gonna cosplay as a chair with a bookshelf behind. Looks very real. So yeah, I think what we can do. I'll wait till Tara gets here. She's almost here.
Quite the setup that she's got behind her. This looks very educational.
There's a lot of fantasy books and
Nice.
all sorts of awesome, great books in the background. So we were admiring your books in the background, Tara. Or our books, I guess. All the books. Yeah. Cool. Well, I don't know if somebody wanted to recap from the last adventure. I know last week we kind of split it up into two different pre-adventures and stuff, but I don't know if anybody wanted to take a stab at recapping. If not, I can do it. But
The fight part, I think it'd probably be better to have one of you since you were actually
oh yes,
here. But I did watch the stream after the fact.
okay.
So
Okay. Sure. I'll do it just because we were. Yeah. It was just kind of not everybody was all at the same time, but here. But I know that the previous one we had Balrin went through.
Balrin.
Oh my gosh!
You
Failed.
can do this, Brian.
Critical fumble. I can do this. All right, Balrin. It'll only happen once tonight. But yes, Balrin went through a test at the forget what the name of it was, but it was a kind of a ruin-esque type area where the barb. That's right, with a wizard that came to him, and he went through the test. Had a couple. Halvard and Biddy were with him. There was kind of a key in the center of the room. They got to the key through an invisible maze, fought off some snakes in the process, got the key, and opened the magical door on the other end. There were like some magical rooms up on the wall that kind of helped them out, kind of dropping the maze and stuff like that, or lighting it up. I can't remember which, but so that kind of happened. And then at the end there, Balrin received a spell book that he uses for his notes. He's a sorcerer, so he doesn't really scribe so much because he is a sorcerer. It all just comes innately to him, the power of the sorcerer. Yes. And also he was given a scroll to look up a certain wizard in the large city of Calamon, which is along the way here. It's just up the Vanguard River, some kind of where we're at. So he was told, hey, once you get there, look up this wizard, and they will give you kind of next steps and instructions from there. So that was that mini adventure. The other mini adventure that took place, it involved everybody. We're continuing down the roadside to Vogler to meet up for this funeral from a friend of everybody's, Ispen Greenshield. Along the way, there's a young man that came around the corner, was out of breath, freaking out, and he and his company were attacked. The people in the company happened to be knights of Solamnia, and there's 3 of them. They were attacked by some cloaked, hooded figures that you see on the screen here, and a fight kind of broke out as we came to his aid. We traveled down the road. We saw 3 of these creatures kind of broke off and turned tail and ran. while the other two creatures with a very thick legs. They're very low to the ground. They're pretty ripped. They did not skip leg day whatsoever. But they came after us after the party. The party met them kind of head on. A battle ensued. We ended up killing the two creatures that looked very reptilian in form, almost dragonish, kind of like a dragon humanoid that you guys kind of see in front of you. But we took them down. Kind of some weird things happened during that combat where when one of the creatures, when they died, they happened to turn to stone and almost crumble just within a minute later. So kind of very bizarre. We've never seen creatures like this before. These are just kind of like abominations that, we've never seen anything like this. It's just really weird. So after we dealt with them, we went to the caravan, and Mikey, I think your mic is on. We're getting some feedback. Oh, Mikey, hello. Ballroom, okay. So we checked out the caravan. We kind of found some loot. We found some gold, some long swords and stuff like that. We kind of took that. The young man that we came across, Reese was his name, went to go kind of check on his wife back at the farm to make sure she's okay with these threats that they met along the roadside. So with that, that's kind of where we left off. I know Balrin kind of discovered some things from that fight, and I don't know, Mikey, Balrin, if you're near your headset or anything about what you saw. And
yeah, sorry, I had to run and grab an ice cream sandwich.
Okay.
And then it cut out a little bit while I was there, but
that's okay. We could hear the crumbling from your microphone and stuff, so we could hear you digging. It's okay.
Sorry.
The viewers loved it. You got ice cream. Yes.
You're welcome. I treat you all. Anyway, so there was two pieces, right? Like, I wanted to first kind of, you're talking about the things I noticed, right?
Yeah, from the fight. Was, I had you make I think a religion check.
Yep.
On one.
So I think after the fight, because we ended just as the fight was done, right?
Yeah.
So I think Balrin would turn to everyone and be like, things are getting really weird up in here. Like that, I don't know if any of you recognize this mark on these creatures, but this is the sign of Takahisis, one of the old gods, which, with all of the things that are also going on, I am now starting to question reality and what's happening. We've got Biddy with powers. All of a sudden, I can do effing magic. And then we've got, I don't know, this is just getting pretty wild.
It's getting bizarre. I would say most of you know in one form or another, maybe more. Biddy would know maybe a little bit more, but you guys have all heard these old stories from the old gods, and this just doesn't quite sit right with all of you guys.
Where was this symbol?
Armor, right?
Yeah, it was on their armor. I would say while you guys are there, Balrin goes over there and takes one of their cloaks and kind of flips it back, and you can see on one of their armor pieces this symbol of Takesis. Let's see, I might be able to show you guys. Well, I don't think I have it handy, but yeah, it's basically like a five-headed dragon, and just kind of like this circle type of thing, type of a symbol is what you guys see. Very disturbing.
What was the we lost Jay, but what was the part that I overheard?
Oh yes, because you spoke Draconic, which
and I can explain why, but
yes. Do you want me to tell you what they said, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fine, because I think I would start to relate pretty much directly to the party.
Sure.
I don't think you would. Yeah.
They said.
This was fun. We should do this again.
Totally.
You two, go beat them up.
Exactly what they said. Oh man, why can't I find it? Did I? Let's see. Got your religion check. We did that. I can't find this for the love of me, but I'll just make it up. I'm pretty sure I remember, but what they were saying, one of them says, you two deal with these humankind, and then the rest of you follow me quick. We don't have time for this, is what the leader says, and the leader is basically that red, as you guys call them, alligator bats? Is that what?
Yeah, alligator bat.
Alligator
That's their
bat.
name, right?
Yes, totally their name, alligator bats. So, so that's what the red kind of leader of the group said, and Draconic. Jay, I'll repeat that. Balren was able to kind of figure out what they said, and Draconic, but the leader said, you know, you two deal with these humanoids. The rest of us, we gotta go. We don't have time for this. Follow me. And that's when those alligator bat, draconian type creatures took off. So that's what Balren is sharing with the group.
I think I'd also say, like, all that hissing and whatnot, I'd never heard it out loud before. I'd studied this old language of dragons just because I thought that they were linked to magic, and it's kind of like an obsession. And I never actually thought I would hear it out loud. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jay, what were you saying?
I think Halvard will go ahead and ask, so did alligator bats have them, they speak this language that you know from where exactly?
I've been trying to learn as much as I can about anything magic, and I found a book that taught Dragon for Beginners, and I thought, well, dragons are magical, and so I started to read it. It's a little worksheet book that I sometimes filled out worksheet pieces, and it was just kind of a side hobby, thinking, well, dragons are magical, maybe they don't exist, but then again, I don't have proof that magic exists either.
Are these maybe baby dragons?
Probably dragon bat alligators, maybe.
They now have 3 names.
They're dabs.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we said bat alligators, so BBAs.
BBAs. DBAs. Nice. So with that, you guys kind of gather up the stuff. I know you guys also mentioned to Reese to let somebody at the town of Vogler, I think, hinting towards Becklin and stuff, to let her know about what was going on, or what you guys found, and kind of report that. I know we just lost Jay again, but that was one of the things that he kind of hinted to Reese to go ahead and, hey, once you check on things, go back to town and, kind of, let them know.
I had a couple of questions, follow-up questions. Did we ever figure out what the Knights were carrying? Like, were they carrying any cargo? Did we look? For food or anything?
Yeah, it wasn't, there wasn't a whole lot. It was kind of like a lot of like rations and food. They were more, think of it as, they were just packing for a long journey. And on this wagon, that's where they had horses that helped pull the wagon. And the horses came from Reese. They paid Reese basically to be their guide with his horses that he kept on his farm and stuff. But yeah, nothing.
Okay, so they were just after them. That is the best guess. It wasn't like they were carrying any cargo that they were trying to hijack. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
No.
And how rare is it for us to see Knights of Slumnia?
Very rare. I mean, you guys, well, up in the Northlands and stuff, this is like, actually, I can pull up a map, but it's rare from where you guys have come from.
Okay.
Again, it's like, I like to think of it as the Knights of Slumnia are almost like Jedi. Like, you don't see a whole ton of them, and after they've gone in hiding for so many years, it's like, you see figures, but you don't assume that they're Jedi or something like that. So,
Okay.
yeah. Actually, yeah, I won't worry about the map.
No, that's fine. Okay. Sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions.
Oh, no, it's all good. Yeah, no, it's all good. I know Jay's switching laptops and stuff, so it's all good.
Do we have any? I mean, this is going to be like nutso, but to like chase him, probably. Oh no, I guess we got places to be. We chase him off. Like, we could just go for him.
Oh, try to track him down.
But they also have wings, so they're probably going to be able to beat us.
They do.
And horses?
There was 5 of them. Yeah, the horses are gone. But there were 5 of them, and they took out 3 Knights of Slumnia. I mean, pretty seasoned veterans with ease. But it was a long fight, and when we first showed up, these dragon alligator bat creatures did take some damage. DBAs. They were bleeding some, and they looked pretty not super messed up, but definitely, but taking down 3 Knights was kind of like a, oh boy. So you guys are kind of little youngling and stuff right now, are super low level, so it's, and I know, with you guys kind of have a place, or you guys are going to be venturing to hit Vogler and stuff, so.
I'm back, by the way. Sorry about the.
Oh.
I think my laptop was just really. There's an old laptop. It wasn't working. So.
Oh,
anyways,
okay.
We're good.
No worries.
Oh, you guys can't see. I'll work on that.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
No worries. So yeah, Ballerin or anybody else, do you guys have any other questions from the site here before we move on or anything?
Do we know what direction was it they were flying in?
They're taking off in kind of the northwest area. Yep, and I can bring up like that old battle map. So they were heading just kind of like down the road that way and stuff like that. Hooray, I can draw arrows now. But yeah, they were hightailing it. They were hauling some butt.
That's not the direction we're going, correct?
No, we came from the south. We're going to the north, and then it kind of bends. It kind of bends to the kind of bends around. Oh, I guess I did that. Okay. Yeah, that's a really bad arrow. So yeah, the path kind of goes out that way. So many death. Yes. That's cool. You guys.
I think we should go left.
I think you go left. Always go left.
I want to rush the boss at level.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're level 2 now.
You are level 2s. Yes. So yeah, you guys continue to Vogler. Again, it's probably you guys had kind of a rest. I think it was evening time last time we attacked. So you guys kind of wake up early morning, and you guys, as you adventure down the roadside, you guys are coming very close to Vogler, the small town. You guys see on kind of like your left-hand side or to the east, there's like this huge hill over the top, and then with lots of trees and stuff all around, kind of forest, and then it drops, the road kind of drops down some in elevation, and as you get closer, we come to the town of Vogler. Let me get out a quick map here for us. We are arriving from the northwest corner, and this is the map. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for maps. I like that map. That's good.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very detailed.
Northwest.
We fortify the northwest, so that's where we're coming in from. The road kind of leading into this town. We see kind of down to where that circle is, kind of south. There's like this really old tower, kind of like a watchtower of some type. That kind of like overlooks, the roadside, kind of the forest cliffs areas to the north there. And as you get closer, we come to the to basically like this huge river gate area. So as we come closer, we see like a sign that says, welcome to Vogler. And we see it's kind of like an unguarded river gate. It's about like 15-foot tall wooden archway carved with 2 leaping fish on its frame. And you can kind of tell like over the years, this thing has been around again for like hundreds and hundreds of years, but you can see like the locals have kind of etched the coin-sized scales of the fish with prayers for bountiful fishing and stuff into this these 2 leaping fish, and you see like 2 large wooden doors that stand before you guys within the arch, and it looks like they haven't been like moved in hundreds of years. I mean, they're just huge wooden doors, and they've got like kind of the dirt or the earth is kind of like grown up over it and stuff. Kind of like my fence in the backyard that's sloped and falling, and you just see dirt just kind of like up over the side of it, and I'm just like, this thing hasn't moved in forever ago. So as you guys kind of walk in, you guys kind of see this little foresty area as you walk in just south of those gates. You see, people kind of playing. It's almost kind of like a little park too. You see families, like you see hill dwarves, you guys see Kender, you see humans, half elves, just kind of playing around, and it's just a kind of a very peaceful area that you guys got going on, kind of a vibe to this small town. And let me, along the way too, there's kind of like an old man that sees you guys come in and stuff through the town, and he kind of waves to you guys or waves you down, and he's like, "Oh, you guys must be new here, travelers here." He's like, "Here, this will help you out," and he reaches in his pack and he pulls out kind of like a newspaper, almost a map that looks kind of like what you're seeing right now. And this old man's like, "Oh yes, we're a small town, but we've got a lot of people coming in right now for the Kingfisher Festival that's going on. It's going on tomorrow, and it's my job here just to kind of watch the newcomers coming in, and I'll give you guys a map. Actually, yeah, that side of the map doesn't tell you a whole lot, but you know what? If you flip the back end of the map here, you'll see a little bit. Let me see if I can get this here for you guys. And
Something like trouble flipping.
trouble flipping the map. Oh my god. That's weird. I cannot. Let me see if there's a way I can share this. I'm going to do something different. But it lists out basically maps with locations. Let's see, where are you? There we go. Let's change that to this. Does that do anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, he's like, "Well, I'm all out of maps, but I guess our ink person just ran out of ink. I'm sorry about that, guys." But he takes out like a pencil. He's like, "Let me draw some cool things that you guys might want to check out. Let me go in here." He's like, "Let me just erase this here for you guys." And he's like, "Yeah, over here where you guys just came, that's the river gate, and you guys will find this kind of the village circle is right down here. You guys will check out. That's kind of where a lot of the vendors and merchants are. It's a great place. I would definitely recommend that. And then over here, this is the fish bowl. This is where kind of a lot of local fishermen come, and oh my goodness, they make these fish pies and they are delicious. But if you're looking for a place to eat and go, I would check that place out. And also there's this other place down here. It's called the Brass Crab, and you guys have heard of the Brass Crab. That's actually the location of where you guys are destined to go to for Ispin Greenshield's memorial service, which, by the way, does happen later on in the evening, and this is about kind of early morning right now. You guys can tell, like, from the map. I'm like, wow, that's an interesting looking building. From the map, it looks like a crab, just the way it's displaced out. So it's kind of interesting. And then he mentions to you guys, there's also, he's like, yeah, there's the wharf right down here. A lot of the fishing people, lots of boats and stuff coming and going. We have, ferries that will take folks across the river. They're coming in from the east side just for the big Kingfisher Festival that's going on tomorrow. It's a great thing. You guys came at such a great time. And then there's also a market right down here. The market is, bustling with, fish that have been caught for the day. We've got, this city here has a bunch of merchants and all that stuff. So great place to check out for trade if you guys are looking for some stuff. And then, we have some interesting architecture some big houses and stuff. He mentions our mayor. She's such a nice lady. Her place is just north of the village square there. Let me get her name. There's so many NPCs. Yes, her name is Raven Uth Vogler. She's the mayor of this town. A very nice lady. She has a very nice house, 2-storied house too. It's pretty amazing. And then there's this other house around here too. It's kind of a very unique kind of horseshoe shaped house. But yeah, just some interesting buildings, sites here. Again, welcome. We've got so many things kind of going on. For tomorrow, and lots of great events, and we've got events going all through tomorrow, not just music and food and all this, but there's also some great historical events that'll happen tomorrow too. So welcome. And with that,
So that's just you circled that one because it's just a cool looking house. Is there anything about that house you want to share? Like merchants and mayor and fish food. Oh, there's a weird looking house.
It is a weird looking horseshoe type house, no doubt about it. But the person that lives there, nobody likes him. He's kind of a jerk of the town and stuff.
You're just trying to get us to go hassle this ass.
Well,
We're that.
Your words, not mine. But it's interesting architecture, no doubt. But and sorry about the inker. I'll have to have a chat with him. I don't know. Maybe they're on back order with ink or something these days. I don't know. Hard to tell. But anyways, welcome.
Supply line.
Yeah. So, anything you guys particularly want to see and do? You guys have a lot of time right now. Again, the memorial service doesn't happen till like later on in the day, or later in the evening and stuff. So.
Okay. I'd like to. Ciro would like to check out the tavern, like the main tavern in town.
Okay. The brass crab.
I guess so. Was that the one? Sorry, was that the one that that the guy mentioned?
Yeah, the brass crab is kind of it's kind of the main tavern bar. It's also like an inn, where the other place, the Fishbowl, is more of just kind of like a restaurant. I mean, you can have beer and stuff, and they do the fish pies and stuff. But if you guys are looking for like an inn, like a tavern for drinks, definitely the brass crab.
Okay. Well, Ciro was like, "Oh, I'd like to head over there. That's kind of sounds like my scene, but I don't have to go right away." But what are you guys thinking?
Should we ask about anyone seeing these crocodile bats?
DBA.
The DBAs.
Yeah, the DBAs.
Did they say that we're supposed to talk to somebody here about them, or somewhere at a different location, a different town?
Reese, the farmer guy that you guys came across, said he was gonna talk to the Solamnic Knight here in Vogler, who was Becklin. Becklin was the name mentioned, and also from the letter and stuff. So. Becklin.
I think I'm fine to go to the tavern. Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head that way. Let's see. you guys make your way. You guys kind of bypass like the village circle. Take that road from the river gate and just kind of go south. You see just like a lot of small houses. You see there's a lot of like ribbons and stuff being put up in the air with blue and white. Like the town's just decorating. They're getting like lanterns out, and you just see families out on the street, just kind of having a good old time. Just getting excited about the festivities, and so as you guys walk towards the Brass Crab, let me just describe it. So you guys get to the Brass Crab area. It's kind of like a modest single-story inn on the village wharf. Its exterior vaguely resembles its namesake as almost a gigantic large brass crab. You guys go inside to the bar area, and actually let me flip over to a fun. You can just go over to your most common bar. Did that update for you guys? A tavern?
Looks like it.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
I think my screen is just like having a hard time updating. So I'll throw out your guys' tokens here. You guys enter the Brass Crab. Oops.
I forgot. Oh,
go ahead.
That's the fireball.
Yeah, somebody cast fireball. You're all
I was trying to think about this because you guys had that moment. I know it's kind of retconning a little bit. Where you guys weren't going to take the money off of the bodies. I feel like Ballroom would be like used to being very scrappy, down to earth, and be like, this doesn't, these people don't need this money, but we're the living and we do. Plus, he's never been one to like have much money to like he's barely surviving. So I think he would have probably collected that money. I mean, if everyone's talking about like, oh, I don't want to, he might like look to see if there's an opportunity to get it when people aren't looking.
Was it that we, Ciro, wasn't that you had recommended we, like, give it to the Solomnic Knights in some way, or was it that they'd come back and try and collect it?
Yeah, it was like that Ciro thought it should be given back to the Solomnic Knights because it was from the Solomnic Knights. But if Balrun's saying...
Refresh. There we go.
It's like 40 gold. So I think I have it, and then I'm going to give it to the plan was to give it to Solomnic Knights, but, if Balrun's saying like, So Ciro says like, well, so what are you saying? You want a cut of it?
Oh no, then let me. If that was the case, I remembered you guys said like, oh, let's just leave it with them. Period. The fact that you collected it and said you want to give it to him, then I'd never. Okay, then never mind. Ignore everything I just said. Okay. I would have just gone with it and been like, okay.
Okay.
You guys are all new. He's still kind of learning you. And if it's something that everyone agreed to do, he'd be like, okay, yeah, just go with it. He wouldn't say anything.
Gotcha.
Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, Ciro's kind of, I mean, he's used to kind of haggling too. So like, he's not going to be, he doesn't have a hot temper necessarily. So if, in the future, if there's something where you like disagree with something he did, he's not going to go aggro about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and actually that reminds me that while I guess he's going to plan to give it back to Becklin. Is that the Brian? Is that the Solomnic Knight Becklin?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's just going to hang on to that 40 gold for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys walk into this Brass Crab here. And it's a very, very unique type of a place. very weird and different. You know, there are some people at the bar, and bartender back there, and as soon as you guys come in, kind of the tavern owner comes around to you guys, and it's kind of this tall woman, very dark complexion, and she you guys also hear like another musician that's like over by the fireplace, and he's you know, he looks like a bard of some type, and he's trying to play and sing a song, and it just sounds so bad. It's he's trying to sing like Fire on the Mountain, and he's like, fire on the mountain, fire, fire on the mountain, and he's just like, he's not even matching up right with the keys, and his chords are like all over the place, and it's just, he is just butchering the song and stuff. And this female woman, she comes over to you guys, and she's like, hello there, I am Yalme. And she's like, interesting music, isn't it? So a lot of potential there, but you know, she's like, you adventurers must be new in town, I reckon, probably here for the Kingfisher Festival.
Ciro's like, yeah, interesting is one way to put it. This is physically painful to listen to. This guy, I'm sure he's a very nice guy, but you gotta, you know, at some point, you gotta let me show you how. What's it called again? What's the song called again?
Fire on the Mountain.
You gotta let me show you how Fire on the Mountain really go. It's really played.
Oh, you're an artist. Oh, okay. I see you have a instrument on you and stuff. Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's a struggling musician over there, and he could probably use some help. But you know, just bless his soul. He tries really hard, and someday he'll get there. And you know, he's quite a progressive artist. He's very unique, and I love that progressive music. It just has such a soft spot in my heart for. But enough about what can I get you guys? You guys are look like you're thirsty. Can I get you some ales, water, anything to drink?
I'll take an ale for sure.
An ale? Alrighty then. And for the rest of you?
I will also probably take an ale.
Ah, okay. And she looks at you, Halvard, and she has like the same complexion as you do, and she's like, "Are you from Southern Aragoth?" You can tell from her accent and stuff, she's Aragothian, or she's from Aragoth, the continent of Aragoth. So it's you guys just have like this same kind of a distinct accent and a look about you, and she's like, "Oh, yep, one ale, definitely, anything," and she winks at you, and for your other two, your robe friend and this little mighty one over here, can I get you anything?
Take some wine.
Wine, okay, yes.
Actually, I gotta figure out how much money I've got to make sure I can pay for this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll go.
Okay. And Biddy? Oh yeah, we have cups of all sizes. So welcome to the Brass Crap. I'll be right back with your drinks, and enjoy. And yes, definitely feel free to walk around and maybe help out that fellow musician over there in the corner. And she goes back to the bar, and she starts making some drinks. with that, you guys see a figure on the corner of the bar, and she's very kind of have like silvered gray peppered hair. She has definitely sticks out because she has like a full plate of armor on, and this is the figure that you guys see before you. She has her helmet up on top of the bar. She's talking with kind of a hill dwarf. The hill dwarf, I've got a picture of her too. Looks like that. Don't pay any attention to the rope that she's got, but but the hill dwarf, she's talking, together and stuff, and this figure here definitely notices you guys, and she excuses herself from a friend, and she comes over to your table where you guys are sitting, and she comes up to you guys, and she's like, "Hello, I'm sorry to intrude, but are you friends of Ispin?"
We are.
Why, yes, we are.
Well, bless you. I am Becklin Uthvaharan. You may know me. I sent letters out to each and every one of you. I recognize you when you walked in, each of you. Ispin was a very great, good comrade to me, and to this town. And he talked greatly about each of you, in full description of who you are, where you came from. I am very honored and happy to see you guys here. I hope your travels and everything went good.
This was a very memorable trip.
Oh, okay. Memorable in a good way.
I say not so much. We ended up fighting off a pack of some kind of alligator men. We saw bat alligators, people with really toned legs that we met on the road.
Wow.
They spoke the language of dragons?
Spoke the language of dragons?
Draconian? I don't know how common that phrase would be, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
and turned to stone after we killed them?
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
But that was before, or unfortunately we didn't get there in time. They killed, was it 2 Solamnic knights before we could get to them?
I believe it was 3 of them.
Oh no.
Heard anything from a farmer who hopefully was to come here?
Yes, I actually, farmer not far from here, Reese, owns a horse farm, brought me that kind of same information, not as detailed, but that is very troubling. One, I'm glad everybody's okay, but the death of the knights is very concerning, and what you guys are telling me, wow. Okay, if you guys can excuse me for a quick second, I need to make a note and get this, actually, you know what, there'll be time, but she's like writing down in a journal like everything that you guys are saying on a note and stuff like this.
I would add that the signia that they were wearing in the breastplate was from, how do you say the name? I always pronounced it Takahesis, but that sounds like that's not correct.
I've always said Takesis. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I'll look up pronunciation.
Okay. yeah, and with that, she's even taken back even more. She's like, "Oh, that's okay. That is not good." But and she writes down in her journal more. She's like, "Well, let me tell you more about myself. I'm kind of if you want to call it the sheriff of the town or whatnot. I've been retired from my work, but this is kind of my retirement here in this small village. I've know each and every people here in Vogler. They're all very kind and dear to my heart. Yes, I am a Solamnic Knight, as you can tell from. I'm actually a Order of the Crown. Is my order. There's 3 different orders. Takesis. Oh, okay. Thank you.
I don't recognize the names Takesis or no.
Okay. And with that, yeah, she mentions there's like 3 orders of the crown. There's let's see here. I gotta get to the chat.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you're used to this, Jay, but we on Discord we tend to drop a shit ton of gifs in the middle of these.
Feel free to drop them in the chat of the.
I didn't have Discord
above
open actually, and then my phone buzzed, and I was like, "Oh,
Sorry,
what's
but
that?"
I don't know how to
funny.
bring them into this chat. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Copy paste images over.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually was trying to copy and paste an image into this chat also, and it didn't do it.
Oh, maybe if I just post a URL.
I think I know you did it, or somebody did it before where they posted like but I don't
I think
know.
it was a link.
Oh.
You pop a link in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know this program above VTT does a lot of like links, like hyperlinks. So if you can, I think that's how it connects because it's like a Chrome-based thing. Oh wait.
I don't think it worked.
Oh no. No, I don't.
Unfortunate.
Think so. Okay. So yeah, she mentions, there's like 3 different orders of, there's Order of the Crown, Order of the Sword, and Order of the Rose. And this is kind of her retirement gig. She helps the people of the town. She's like, a lot of us, we're not like, heavy infantry. A lot of us aren't soldiers. Most of the folks here are farmers and lumberjack, and and tradespeople. But there's some people that have been around and seen some stuff and some things, and they help out with kind of the town and stuff, and so the town has been known to, come across, some troubles with goblins and maybe ogres and stuff, but we've held our own and stuff like that. So, but yes, I still have connections to the order, and I will definitely make a point of relaying this information to them as soon as possible. I'm a little bit concerned. I have heard some rumors and tales of armies and of war, not here on our continent, but to the east. But again, they're just rumors. But this is kind of concerning that from this weird type of a creature that you guys speak of, and 2, that they were able to take out members of my order with ease, makes me very concerned. But with that, I know we have thanks again. This means so much to Ispen that you guys are here. I'm going to relay this information, but feel free to, hang out here. And as she mentions that, Yalme, the owner of the Ras Crab, comes over, gives you guys some drinks, and she's like, Yalme over here, she's great. She will hook you guys up. She's like, by the way, you guys are set up for food and lodging here. Compliments of Ispen, so keep your purses and pouches to yourself. You don't need your money, don't worry about it here. We'll take care of it. But later on this evening, around sunset, we'll be meeting out on the back pier for Ispen's celebration of life. So definitely see the town. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm sure as you talk to folks, you'll learn more of the festivities that are going on. But again, it is great to meet you guys in person. I already know all your names, so that worked. That GIF.
I did, yeah. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yours didn't.
Open bar, dude. Open bar. Oh god, this is where the party goes downhill.
Now we got magic.
Oh my god. And magics. So she's like, definitely enjoy yourselves. Feel free to talk to people, explore the town. It's oh my god. That's gonna be me this weekend. So, anyways,
but Ciro speaks up and says like, and he pulls the pouch of 40 gold from his belt and sets it on the table in front of Bespin? No,
Becklin.
Sorry, Becklin. Yeah, and Bespin is Cloud City. Anyways, Becklin and
here
he's like this was the gold that was on the Solamnic Knights, and we left their bodies next to the road under some underbrush, and you should be able to see where it is from the broken wagon parts that are still on the road. So I took this money just to provide for the order, to provide for their burial and whatever else they need. This was the money that was on them.
Well, thank you. You're offering this back to the to go back to the order?
Yes, to go back to the order.
Very well. Well, thank you very much. I will, along with this and my note of concern, I'll get this sent off for you guys. Thank you very much. Very generous. No doubt, what Ispen has told me about each and every one of you, it's kind of brings a smile to my face and a soft spot in my heart for the kind souls, especially the folks that Ispen has touched along his adventures. No doubt he is always in good company. So thank you friends. I appreciate this.
You're welcome.
So with that, yeah, she takes the gold. She writes a note, and then another soldier kind of comes in to the bar area, talks to Becklin and the other hill dwarf there, and kind of sends him out on his way and stuff with that information.
Okay.
So yeah, as you guys, let me try. Well, actually, I'll try that later. Anything else? You guys are just having ales and stuff, just kicking back. It's great. You guys haven't had any, food or beers and stuff for quite some time, so it is refreshing. Y'all make. Oh, go ahead.
Ciro goes over to he takes his ale with him, and he he goes over to the where the other bard is
Okay.
playing, and he kind of claps him on the shoulder, and he's like, in a firm but friendly but firm way, and he's like, friend, couldn't help but hear you over here, and it's a good effort. That's what I'm going to say. But let me show you how. Let me show you how Fire on the Mountain is really played.
Oh. Oh, wow, you're a musician too. Amazing. He's like, yeah, my name is Bill, and yeah, I would be. And what's your name, sir? Good sir.
Ciro Crown Guard.
Zero Crown Guard. Amazing. Yes. Because I'm struggling, but I want to go for a different sound, and I know this song is full of like maybe 5 or 6 different chords, and I think they all, maybe there's some sevenths in there and some add nines and just different. But yeah, I don't even know what that is, and you could just tell like he doesn't know what the heck. He's just trying to put up like a really good show, like he thinks he knows what he's talking about, but you can tell that I won't make you roll an insight check, but
he's like, Bill, I'm here for you, buddy. Usually when they say a struggling artist, they mean financially struggling, not the other way. Struggling. But anyways, Bill, why don't you have a seat? I'm going to show you how it's done.
Oh, okay. And it's Ciro, go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Okay.
Love your gifs that you guys are sharing. They're pretty awesome.
I'm just gonna flood the chat with them.
Awesome. Okay, you get a 12. You know that this song is like super simple. There's like 2 chords. It's B and A, and that's all there is. And you're just kind of like dumbing it down and even dumbing it down even more for Bill. And you're just like, here, put your hands like this, like in this key, and then strum that, and then just take that same position, just move your hands down that way and strum like that. And he's like, oh, that's amazing. That's fire, okay. Oh, wow, thank you, Ciro. Oh my goodness. He's like, yeah, I was gonna, I'm gonna be here later on tonight for Ispin's thing. I think we should, totally jam together sometime. You're just, wow, you're amazing. He's just like, thank you so much. He's like,
Ciro's like, well, I mean, it's true I have been called amazing before, but he was like, sure, yeah, let's jam. I like you, Bill. I like your humility, your willingness to learn from one of the greats.
Awesome. I'm so honored. It's you see Yalme comes around the corner and she's like, I see we're learning some stuff. She's like, Bill, just hang in there. Looks like this fellow here, Ciro, is that your name? She's like,
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, you sound great, like super great. Yeah. Thank you so much for helping Bill out. And she's, takes you over to the side, and she's just like, yeah, he's trying, and we come in here, or he comes in here, and I let him play, and he's working on his thing. But thank you so much for being kind and stuff to him. I really appreciate that.
No problem, Yalme.
Cool.
I want the good patrons of the Brass Crab to hear some good music. So yes.
Excellent. And she gives you a wink and takes off back to the bar and checking on other customers and stuff like that too.
Okay.
You guys do notice, like on one of the walls is like a kind of like a circular common room feature that has like a faded mural of like two like enormous crabs that are locked in like combat and stuff. And it's inlaid with like brass details. But it's just a very unique piece of kind of like artwork and stuff in the bar.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A little creepy, but interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's two crabs fighting, is that what you said? Or what
Yeah. It's kind of two crabs locked in combat and stuff.
Okay.
And you guys are just like, oh, that's interesting and weird. And Yelme comes around and kind of refills your guys' stuff. She's like, oh, you're looking at that mural over there, that faded mural. She's like, that has been here for longer than I've been here. That's been here a long, long time. I've actually got names for them. The one on the left, I call it, their name is Fancy, and then the other one over there is Gorgeous. So I got Fancy and Gorgeous George, actually. Yeah, so Fancy and Gorgeous George, those are the names of the two crabs there. That very nice.
Fancy and Gorgeous George.
Yep.
Those kind of sound like names of like little foofy dog names. Fancy and Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George. They're almost kind of like little gods that look over the bar here. So
I say to Yame, wait a second, you don't have a couple of little foofy dogs at home, do you?
I don't, but I've got enough friends and people in this town that keep me going and busy quite enough, and I like to keep my my Fancy and Gorgeous George. They keep me on edge, and I don't need to feed them, and so they're easy little pets for me. But and she mentions too, and she's like, I don't know if Becklin mentioned this, but we have rooms for each of you guys. She's mentions there's hallways off to that branch off to the west and east of here. There's short hallways that branch off to a common room, and then each of them there's like your own private rooms. And so she gives you guys like a key each to a room for your room and board. She's like, feel free to to throw your stuff in there and have a look around the town. If you guys get a chance, I definitely recommend going down to the kind of the main market area just south of here around the wharf. Is a very cool place. Lots of stuff going on right now, especially with the fishermen, with the fishing and stuff that's going on. Plus, there's been a lot of trade that has come into the town for the Kingfisher Festival that's about to go on tomorrow. So I'd recommend that. There's also the Fish Bowl. That place is amazing. They have some of the best baked goods in town. The owner there is kind of an elder person. They call him Uncle, or the locals call him Uncle and stuff, so don't be a little surprised if he's not everybody's uncle. We're not that small of a town, but but she says, yeah, they make some of the best baked fish pies all around. So if you guys are hungry, I do have some food, and she has like kind of like bar food and stuff to munch on and stuff like that, just simple stuff. But she recommends the Fish Bowl to check out. Also, maybe the Village Circle is always kind of a cool place. Right now they're setting up a lot of festivities around the Village Circle. That's kind of like the main hub for the Kingfisher Festival that'll be going on tomorrow. But yeah, those are kind of like the main things that she recommends if you guys get a chance today to check things out.
Cool, sounds good.
Yeah.
And over here's the Horseshoe House. No more questions.
course.
weird about this one little weird structure. Speak of it.
Well, you must have talked to old Tom. I can see that map in your hands. Yeah, old Tom.
You got a grudge with this person in this house, or what?
Well, he does a lot of the kind of the architectural work. He's retired, as I'm sure you could imagine, but he's got a thing for fancy buildings and all this stuff, and he's done a lot of work over the years on that house. He's pretty happy about it. They call it the West Tide house, but it's like shaped like a horseshoe. She's like, it's not really a place that you can like just walk. I mean, somebody lives there, obviously. They're kind of a interesting, unique, individual person, but I'll leave it at that. You'll, I'm sure, probably bump into them while you're here in your stay. So.
All right.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
So we have a few hours before the memorial service. That's outside it's on the wharf, basically. Outside.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the morning. The memorial service probably doesn't happen until about 6. So you guys got, quite a bit of time. You guys can unpack your stuff and then walk around the city for, a bunch of like the afternoon or whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
If some of you guys want to rest, you can rest, and then others can go out to the town. You guys can split up. If people want to go different, feel free to do whatever you feel like your character wants to do. I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves.
I don't think Ballroom's going to have much to do, not much coin to spend things on anyway. Would probably be either open to sitting around and just chat with folks about the upcoming festival and kind of doing the usual, also trying to get some stories or whatever about odd happenings. Magical or in nature is always his goal, and then if not, if people want to go for a walk around the town, he would do that too. So he just kind of see where folks are feeling.
Okay. How about Ciro, Biddy, or Halvard?
I think Ciro's going to just kick back at the tavern. I think he's just going to stay at the Brass Crab, and that's kind of his style, is just to kick back. He's going to play some more songs with the Gold Bill. And
free food and booze.
Get some free food and booze.
Open bar.
So that's kind of his speed, is doing that. So yeah.
Okay.
Now that especially because he already talked with Becklin, because that was his one thing he definitely did want to do, was talk to her. So now that he already achieved that, then he's going to kick back.
Okay. Cool. And the rest, Biddy and Halvard? What would you guys like to do?
I think Halvard's probably just gonna stay in the bar and probably have an ale or two.
Okay.
Probably a couple, actually.
A couple. All right. Biddy?
Biddy can't help but be somewhat enticed by this magical fish pie she keeps hearing about. So she's like, I'm kind of hungry, guys. So I think I might walk over to that fish house or the fish bowl and see about some of that pie. Anybody want me to bring something back?
Yeah.
I'll take a pie. I'll take a fish pie.
Well, you're gonna need another hand with that, so Ballroom will come with you. I mean, he's not speaking in third person, but I'll come with you.
Ballrin only speaks in third person.
Ballroom, help. Ballroom's very good.
Ballrin like fish pies.
I think Biddy's kind of curious because she wants to sort of get out and hear what people are talking about. Like, if there's anything with all these strange things happening, she just wants to sort of hear what people are talking about in the town.
Sure.
Like just
Okay.
overhearing eavesdropping.
Okay. With that, Halvard and Ciro, you guys are still cool just to hang out the tower and stuff for a bit longer and stuff?
I think I'll probably still hang out. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah, I'll be here hanging out.
okay, cool. So yeah, Halvard and Ciro, you guys hang out for a bit. We'll have Biddy and Balrin take off. So yeah, Balrin and Biddy, you guys take off into the city. Let me bring back the map for you guys and our notes.
I tried to draw to be helpful.
You know what? You found some ink that,
Balrin and Biddy hitting the city.
yeah, old Tom didn't have. Very good. There you go. So yeah, you guys head kind of north from there. You guys head closer to the village circle. You just see, a lot of cool people, families, and just a lot of wagons coming in with goods and stuff, just getting ready for the festival, especially around the village circle. They're putting like a bunch of like ribbons on trees and all that stuff. And as you guys are in the village circle, let me point out just some stuff. Yep. So you see like a bunch of homes and shops are all around this cluster in the village circle here. There's a grassy patch that's shaded by an ancient tree that's like right in the middle that you can see on the map. And the green is encircled by a bunch of dirt roads that like branch off all through the street, all through the town. And you can tell like this is just kind of like the main hub for the city, kind of like the Hardin of the city, what have you. And yeah, you just see a lot of people are like there's like a stage that's being like set up and stuff for the festival. You guys see like some musicians kind of go and are kind of doing like pre-rehearsals and setups and stuff. You see a bunch of chairs that are kind of like off to the side. You see like the mayor's house to the north of you, and it's like a big kind of a 2-story building, pretty large house there. You guys also notice there's like an iron bell that hangs atop like a tall pole near the mayor's house. It looks like it could be like maybe a bell for sounding an alarm or something like that, just to get the town's attention or something. But it's very old, but it's pretty hard to miss. And then yeah, you guys kind of get closer to the east there, just to the east of the circle, the village circle, is the fishbowl, which the fishbowl, let's see. The fishbowl looks just like, it's just like this very large circular building, and all around it you can see like a lot of the walls are just made out of glass, so you can see everybody inside. You can see like the kitchen, the working kitchen. You just smell like kind of like if you go by a bakery and you smell all these great just of bread being different things put together, and it smells so good. As you guys hit that village circle, you just get this waft of just like deliciousness, and you guys are just totally drawn right towards the fishbowl. As you guys walk in, you can see it's kind of empty right now, but there's some a few fishermen that have come back early, and having kind of like an early lunch, have you, and you see this old old fellow comes over to you guys and he's like, "Hello there, you guys. You guys not from around here, are you? You guys come for the Kingfisher Festival, I take it."
Biddy's not quite sure. It doesn't seem like we've been really sharing. When people ask if we're here for the festival, we haven't necessarily been sharing the information that we're there for a celebration of life instead. So, kind of just sort of like, yeah, we heard something about that. Yeah, sure.
Well, welcome. We got some good. If you folks are hungry or whatnot, we have some of the best fish pies all around. Very very tasty. If I can entice you guys into one or a couple of those.
Oh,
Take
absolutely.
4.
Yeah.
Take 4. Oh, alrighty, excellent. They just came right out of the oven. And the fish that was used today is a river cod fish, just caught this morning by these fellows right over there on that table. And these fisher guys like look over at you guys, and they're just like, eh. He's like, "Yep, pretty good catch, pretty good hauling for today. Ain't that right, Uncle? We provide." And you definitely provide us with food. Thank you. He's like, "Oh, you're welcome there, sons." But yeah, so four fish pies for you, and for you, little miss.
Oh. No. For all of us.
Oh, for all of y'all. Okay, all right.
We were gonna split it and then bring some back for our friends. But,
Oh, fantastic.
if it's good enough, I might get 4 more myself. But,
Okay. Well, let me see. I'll do my best. Let me hook you folks up. I'm just happy that you're here. Our town, we're happy to have you. We got a lot of festivities going on tomorrow. We got the Kingfisher Festival. There's gonna be a fishing competition going on. Y'all need to go check that out. It is something. It's great. There's also some dancing, and there's some different party games and stuff going on for the kids. And there's also gonna be we have a kind of like a historical reenactment that happens up on the high hill, which is just north of town here. It is quite something. It's very special. So if you folks, I'll be right with you with your fish pies, but if you get a chance, the festival tomorrow is going to be quite something. You folks got to check it all out. And with that, he runs off. And within a few minutes, he comes out with like just great smelling things for you guys. You see like these fish pies, and oh, they smell so good. So he hooks you guys up with 10 fish pies. He's like, here's 8 fish pies for y'all, and he winks kind of at you, and he's like, I think we got more fish today than I can feed, but thank you guys for coming in early. I appreciate it. I think we are going to be pumping out these fish pies like crazy today, and I'm glad I got my nephews to kind of help me out with that. So, but here you go. For the order of 8 of them, should run you about all total about 2 copper pieces.
We ordered 4, but yeah,
No,
actually,
we'll take it. We're happy to support. We're happy to support local business, and Biddy's got a pretty solid appetite for a small.
All right.
Small thing.
Uh,
I could get down 2 or 3 of those. I can tell you right now.
Excellent. All right. Well, you guys exchange the copper pieces. He gives you the fish pies, and do any of you guys try them? Right here,
I'm gonna first see if I can tell if that guy was purposely effing with us.
Oh, go ahead and roll an insight check. Yeah.
Tell me.
Oh, nat 20. So you know he's telling the truth. Or what you think he's telling the truth. He's helping you guys out because they probably don't get a lot of traveler or new people into this town except for this time of the year, and so he's pretty excited, and he knows he's got definitely more fish today that are coming in because the fishermen are trying to put on a pretty big show for the festival. So he's it's kind of like you guys are here early, and he knows he's, they're gonna have more fish that could possibly go to waste, so he wants to give you guys like super fill you up and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, with that, do you guys try the fish pies? They smell amazing, by the way. They're just
Heck yeah. Like,
okay.
Betty's not waiting to take it back now. She's like sitting down at a table and she's like just like halfway back to the, I'm assuming these are kind of like hand pies.
Yes, yeah, like little hand pies.
Like halfway to the table when they're sitting at, she's like already got half of one, then she's just like, oh my god, you want to try this?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy them because you're about to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's right. At disadvantage. Yeah. So Biddy, you're just, okay, yeah, Biddy is just like super Sprembeller's like, okay, yeah, I gotta try, and this is amazing. This is like the best baked anything that you guys have ever had. You guys just inhale like one right away, and you've already got a second one in your hand that you guys are working on your way back to the brass crab. And we'll stop just there for the night, or for our session. But yeah, you've got a whole bag of baked fish pies that are just amazing. Hopefully they can make it back to the brass crab and for the rest of your party members. So.
Ready to get more.
Yep. Cool. Well, we'll continue next Thursday, same time, 8:30. And you guys should all be level 2. But if you guys have any, I think, Ciro, if you have any questions on leveling up your guy, just let me know.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I totally didn't get to it, but yeah, I think I'll be good. But I'll definitely let you know.
Okay.
I was just looking it up earlier in the player's handbook, just reminding myself that can be more spells and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Well, I'll turn off the Twitch stream.
I'll try to figure out what's